Well, what's the crack, everybody? How are you getting on? And welcome to a very special episode of the Ramble Pod. It's very special. Why is it very special, Tom? Well, I'll tell you why it's very special. Because this is normally a luxury that's purely for the Patreons. Every Wednesday, I do a Ramble Pod where I talk shite, have the crack, answer questions, and just say hello and get a bit loosey-goosey, just a little pop in, little short pop in, just to say hello, how are you keeping? But I said, you know what, we're on episode 151, and there's rakes of other Patreon exclusive ones up there on the Patreon page. But I said I'd do this one just at one time, just pop in, show it to the public, say hello to you. You know, the Patreons, they're a bunch of good folks. They're over there, we're doing live shows together, they get the videos and everything, and they get these on the weekly. So I just wanted to pop one out there, just to show you on the to the wild, throw it out into the wild, just to show you what's available to become a Patreon. You know what I mean? We do have a live show. I'm going to do a live show. Let me just get the calendar up here. I've written it in calendar because, you know, I'm 90. Uno momento, por favor. So we're going to go for probably Saturday the 29th, I think. I think Saturday the 29th will do it. What you reckon? Yeah? Patreons, purely exclusive to the Patreons, this particular one. So if you want to pop on over and become a Patreon, it's as simple as that. We got some new Patreons up this week. We had some increases from people as well. Current Patreons, that is class. You don't have to, but it's really, really sound. But welcome to the show, John, James, Marek, Darren, and Rory. Welcome. Welcome, brand new Patrons. Fair play to you. Like I said, the live show will be over on the 29th, and we're going to pick a subject. We have one picked already, and I'll put it up for the Patreons. You know, it's $3 hairs a month. It's, you know, it's a sound thing to do, and it helps fund the show and whatnot. So fair freaking play to you. This is kind of revealing, isn't it? It feels like our shirt's off a small bit. Don't worry, Patreons. They're going, hey, I thought we were getting the exclusive stuff. Don't worry. It'll be going back to normal next week. This is just a little, you know, it's nice to get back to the kids. Say hello to everybody. Well, this is, I think, episode 151. I said it's Wednesday, the 19th of January. And it's not as cold as balls as it was earlier in the week, but it's all right. It's okay. It's 19th of January, 2022. And they will be reverting back to 152. We'll be back next week over on the whatchamacallit sound. Everybody for getting in touch with last week's episode with William Thompson. Yeah, mighty man. He shared the show. Yes, show. We have a show, a brand new stand-up show. So anybody Belfast based or wants to come to Belfast for the weekend of April 23rd, please do tell as many people as you possibly can, because I want to sell it well, because it's the first show back in ages. Brand new stand-up show, which I did for the Patreons. I did a bunch of new material for the Patreons just because I had to get it said out of my face. I will be with a couple of gigs in the pipeline, just gigs, comedy club gigs in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. But yeah, April 23rd, my brand new show, Clattered. So get your tickets now. Look down in the show notes. They're right there. And bring as many people as you can. And we get this fucking thing selling. I haven't asked yet how it's selling, because you never want to ask too early, but hopefully it's selling. It's selling. Kieran Bartlett is going to be opening for me, which he's going to be in there earlier himself in the limelight. He's going to be there on, I think it's the first weekend of of April. He's going to be there, and then he's going to open for me on the 23rd, and we're going to have a right bit of fucking crack. So send everybody, just share it at the very least. If you can't make it yourself, just share it, the show, let people know about it. Muchos apreciations. Yeah, how are you keeping? Great to have you on board. Where was I talking to you last Wednesday? Of course, I was on then. I went down to Laura O'Mahony in Cork, past guest of the show, and we've been in contact fairly regular, myself and Laura, because she's brilliant. She's stone cracked. And we went down last week. I went down last Thursday, and my God, did we have good crack. It was we hadn't actually ever met, but we talked so much because we're going to do a show. We're going to bring out a show. It may create a short series of podcasts first, and then we're going to take a show on the road, aiming for the summertime. Myself and herself are going to do a two-hander, both stand-up and a bit of podcasty stuff and a bit of sketch and a bit of crack and just acting the maggot with the audience and whatnot, having a fucking good time. More will be revealed as we kind of piece together, because we're just throwing ideas back and forth. But go check out the Laura O'Mahony episode. It's one of the few ones that I've listened back to Do you know what I mean? I normally listen to them obviously when I'm editing it, but it's one of the few ones on a drive. Oh, actually up to Belfast, I listened back to it and it was like, yeah, that's what I thought. We have a mental connection where silliness happens. And so, yeah, we just affirmed it / confirmed it. We're definitely going to head with a new fucking show because it's fucking good crack. Good fucking crack. It's fucking great. Very, very excited by that. And we'll get this show. Now, other people are asking, am I coming to Galway? Am I coming to Cork? At some stage, but sure, who knows that at the minute? Right now, I know that Belfast will, they treat us all like adults and we're allowed to stay out beyond fucking 8 o'clock. So that's where I'm going first. And after that, we'll see where it happens throughout the rest of the year. I just pulled the trigger on this one, probably a bit on the early side, I suppose, of things, because we don't know will I be able to fucking get a run of gigs immediately after it. But I'd say it'll probably be later in the year. Realistically, Clattered will be coming everywhere else if I can. And we're going to do Belfast first, because why wouldn't you? And if you haven't been to Belfast, trust me, it's a fucking savage city. So feel free to jump on a train. People that have messaged, they've got fucking babysitters booked, they've got hotels booked. So that's great. That's great. We have a handful of people already confirmed to me anyway for the show. So good on you. Yeah, went down. And then Friday night then was with Gordo. I was on with Gordo on his live show. It was kind of in replacement of his. He was to do a show with his own live show in the Abbey, or not the Abbey, the Abbey Theatre. No, in can't even remember the name of it. And I was supposed to be there with Caveman. What the fuck was the name of it? It's a fucking Liberty Hall Theatre. He'd sold well and everything, but the next thing, it was just getting too messy with this 8 o'clock bullshit and all the rest of it. So he said, you know what, let's just park it for the minute. And he did a live show instead. Now, we started off at 8 o'clock. He had technical difficulties because he uses these cool things, but it's like, and they ended up being really, really good, but they're so often they're glitchy as fuck. I mean, I know he doesn't want to use Zoom or whatever, but he was using kind of I don't know, eCam or something, which to me sounds like we're taking our clothes off for money. That's what, I was willing to. A good friend of Gordo, he's done a lot for me. I would have done it. I would have gotten the tits out. I'd do it. I fucking would do it. But I didn't have to. And it was as only Gordo could do. I was on from early or whatever, from about 8 o'clock. It was a bit glitchy with watching, and he finally got it sorted about 8:30. We got the thing up and rolling. So he says to me, you'll be on about 8, 8:30. Oh, thank fuck I had the Munster match on in the background on the other screen, because, well, I got to see the first half at the very least, but it went on. The thing was, there's no way it could have been. He only wanted to do like 2 hours, like to mimic the live show. No way. I fucking knew it. I drank 3 cups of fucking tea. I could drink no more fucking tea for a finish, because I'm on dry January. I'm doing dry January, which will be broken come the Saturday. Is it 29th? I was saying, come the 29th, it will be fucking broken. I can tell you that. But yeah, Jesus Christ, I clocked out about. I had to be close to 12 o'clock by the time I was done, and how did I clock? And then so I left it to the boys, and I texted him the next day. I was like, "Well, I was fucking starving. On top of that, I was like, I'm hanging with the hunger." Fucking hell. I said, right, I'm gonna have to dip out. He said, yeah. So we're probably gonna tip around another maybe an hour. So easily it was about 11:45. They didn't wrap up. I don't know if they actually let everybody go, but himself and fucking Shane debated for 3 hours more after that. 3 o'clock when they fucking wrapped the thing up. Like, pure classic Gordo. The man has wind for days when it comes to fucking talking. Holy shit, he can fucking talk. So it was intense, brilliantly intense, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was great. It was fucking cool. It got my brain right thinking. He had a chap on there from, I think he was in, I don't know if he was in Canada. Gord is his name as well. The only man with no facial hair who was chatting on the live show that night. Hell of a nice fellow, but talking about language and stuff like that. Now, could have bored the bollocks out of a lot of people. What he was getting to was that the kind of 3 rules of language, of speaking, they're almost not used anymore. And there's three set rules. Go back and have a listen to it if you can. it'll be up on his Patreon. A hell of a lot of you probably are his Patreon or whatever, but when he does release it, there's 3 rules to fucking speech and how you should be speaking when you're saying shit. And it's almost never used anymore, the 3 together. And just headlines and stuff normally only use 1, or they use 2 to angle it their own way. But if they were to use all 3, it would just come out honestly. It was fucking very interesting for stand-up comedy too, and how you load a word, where you leave a word in a sentence and stuff like that. And to nail it, you got to use all 3. I didn't fucking, it turns out, lads, I'm a fucking genius. A genius that's rudely drinking tea into the microphone, but I'm fucking gasping. Turns out I'm a fucking genius. Who knew it? I knew it. I did. I deeply in me somewhere, I knew, Tom, I think you're a fucking genius, and other people don't know it. And you know what? I was fucking right. Turns out my comedy is absolutely based around these 3 in my telling of a story and my observational fucking material. It's heavily laden with the 3 rules. And I'm like, I'm a literary genius. Why are more people not appreciating this? Maybe I need to dumb it down and just start doing the 2. Because while he was saying, it was like, this is amazing that we've, and it was all patting me on the back for a while. And then as I clicked off, I was like, wait a second. He's saying that the popular way of fucking literary fucking things nowadays, listen to how I'm even speaking right now. I'm really not doing myself justice. But literally what he was saying was that the way people are used to hearing stuff spoken nowadays or written is using these 2 of the 3 rules in one way or another. And that's when my brain started thinking, oh, maybe to be more popular, I should say. But I'm never going to. I'm going to stay being a genius, guys. Genius forever. Genius life. Getting a t-shirt with that shit written on it. Turns out I'm a fucking genius. It was great crack. It was very, very good crack. I had the pleasure on Monday of using a hydraulic timber block splitting machine. I have not used one since I was probably about 12 years of age. And I tell you something, for some de-stress, the different things, like people are using those kids' toys now with their little poppy things. Not at all. Find somebody who has one of these things. It's a very slow moving axe with hydraulic power behind it, is essentially. So you put your timber block there underneath that you want splitting, and then you pull the handle and it goes down, and slowly, almost in a perverse way, crack, splits open the block as it passes through it slowly in a nasty, torturous, kind of dirty, kinky way. Like there was a bit of dirt to it. I should have done a sexy video to it, but I was enjoying myself too much. It was now led up the road. He needed a hand, and I was like, I'll give you a hand. And I thought at first he was going to be swinging an axe for the day. Then I saw this thing and I got quite giddy. The child in me was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my. I'm telling you, I'm not joking with you. A de-stressor. And you won't stop. Like, you won't get bored of it. It's like one challenge after another. It's like, but then also, it kind of brought out a weird, like 50 shades of fucking timber in me, if you know what I mean. Like, which isn't good in a lot of ways, lads. It's Tom. It was dirty, is what I'm saying. I probably got way too much out of that than I fucking should have. And I'm probably revealing a lot to myself right now, so relax, Tom. It was a dirty afternoon with an old man and some farm machinery. That's the country for you. That's the country. I know. Do you know, and are you talking about timber, Tom? If some man for the segues too, anybody who's wondering, like, who goes, what the fuck is this? I never heard Tom talk this long before. I did Ramble pods. This is 151. I fucking talk like this all the time. I'd say way more at the top of shows too if I could, on the guest ones. But you can't be fucking, withering the fucking ears off people because, there's a Ramble pod there for people. But I'm some man for the segues. And the segue to this one is timber. Now, I was never a fan of salad. I don't know, there is absolutely, I guarantee you, next to no shock over the fucking airwaves right now of anybody listening to this. But every so often, I'll give it a go. So I got a bag of salad the other day, some sort of fucking flouncy leaves. It wasn't my idea. I got it. I went to partake in it yesterday with the dinner because, we're American now because Americans eat salad with dinner. Like, what is the point of this stuff? Anyway, I go to fucking crack open the bag. Gotta give it an old quick wash. And what's inside the fucking bag? I could accept a slug or a worm because that's what's supposed to be in there. There's a big fucking chunk of timber inside the thing. A big fucking knob, a fucking branch in a fucking... It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense. Everything that was in that bag grows out of the ground. It doesn't have a fucking tree. So whatever cheeky prick had a little bit of fucking pocket fucking timber, just flicked it into the fuck. I'm fucking raging. I'm fucking raging. I mean, the last time something weird like this happened, and of course I bought it in Aldi, you're not getting a response off them cunts. So I'm half thinking of staging a bit of a fucking, making a bit of a fucking hoo-ha about this. Bring it back in the bag, the whole lot, and fucking kick up a fuss. But all you'll get there, and true, you know what? All you're going to get there is a deadpan face looking going, I don't know what problem is. You get salad and free wood. This is a win-win, I see. Which I suppose in the scheme of things, yes, it is. But I could have busted a fucking tooth or something on this, eating a thing I don't want to fucking eat. So, fuck you. Anyway, but I'm going to make some sort of stand. If you do see me post about it on Twitter, because that's really the only place you can go have a Karen moment. I don't think this is too fucking Karen either. I know. Okay, yes. Once upon a time, single man Tom would have caught it and fucked it out the window or into the fire. It's not fucking, you know, I'm not that guy anymore. Now I love to have a fucking whinge. Normally, I can do it fucking virtually over the airwaves to ye, over the podcast waves. Well, that don't fucking buy the baby a new bonnet. I want another fucking bag of salad, even though I don't want a fucking another bag of salad. I want my money back, even though I continue to eat the fucking salad. I don't know what to do. Some advice, please. What should I do? What should I actually fucking do? The last time I attempted this was a pure fucking Hail Mary of a pass to fucking Aldi. Some old shite again. Like, something did come right one time. I think they sent me out Super Value. They gave us a voucher for beyond the price to say, fucking sorry, shut the fuck up. So, and I did. But tell me, what should I do in this instant, if you wouldn't mind? Please. Because I know I'll go about it the fucking wrong way. I don't know if fucking bitching on Twitter is the way to go either. So, let me know, guys. And just in over on the Patreon page, Dave Walsh, congratulations again, newly daddy Dave Walsh, newly tired Dave Walsh. They had twins, himself and his wife Tina. So he's doing a lot of night feeds, but he's just told me, this is such a radio thing to do, isn't it? Just in, we have a message from long-time listener Dave. So it turns out road bowling is fairly popular in Tremor as well. Yeah, they start outside a pub in Fenner on a Sunday morning, and that's where they go from. So he enjoyed last week's episode at 4:30 in the morning. Fair play. I'd say we've all been there, but two of them in stereo at the same time. Woo! Good on you, Dave. I like to finish off shows with some offbeat, weird shit from around the world because I don't care about literally Boris, Corona, who gives a fuck? It's just misery porn. Let's have a look at some of the weirdest shit around the world. A man set himself on fire after a matchmaking agency refused to arrange a marriage for him. Arrange a full-on marriage, not even like getting aboard, nothing, just full-on 64-year-old South Korean. Mad bastards. Set himself on fire after a fucking heated dispute with a matchmaking agency that refused to arrange a marriage from Jung Ang Ibo, the Jeju Island man, doused himself in petrol and from a plastic bottle he was Sure, I mean, like, in all fairness, lad, you walk into any agency with a bottle of petrol in your pocket, there's going to be a few fucking red flags. Do you know? I mean, we've all dated fucking weirdos. We've all dated weirdos, but let's be honest. They probably saw you coming. They're actually professional at seeing you coming. They're Jung Ang. And they smelt you coming because they smelt the fucking petrol off you, mad bastard. Set himself on fire. Yeah, fire department responded to the incident at 1 p.m. So middle of the day. The mad bastard. Christ on it. Staff at the marriage agency attempted to throw water on the man and put out the fire. However, the man suffered third-degree burns to his face and body. Well, you ain't getting the misses now. You're 64, you're a lunatic, and now you got fucking burn scars all over your head. For the love of Jesus Christ. An initial police probe found that the agency refused to provide the man with a match because he'd previously been married to a foreign woman, which mustn't be allowed. Yonhap News reported South Korean immigration law prohibit applying for a second marriage via a foreign spouse within 5 years of receiving divorce. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? If nothing else, we learned that they're a little racist. I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking. Maybe they are a little racist. Or maybe it's like, you better make that walk, motherfucker. Better make that walk. In a walk, you're not getting no Korean girl. Fucking hell. 64. Where's he going getting fucking married again at 64 anyway? Quit the fuck, will you? You mad bastard. Like, he was preempted. Like, it didn't say he went home and got a bottle of petrol. It said he brought it in with him. And then went, find me wife. They went, fucking no. As he went, grand, I'll fucking petrol myself and burn myself inside in this office. The fucking smell off the lino and everything. Can you imagine it? Oh, Jesus. Apparently we smell like bacon. Pork more so, not bacon, but you wouldn't be cured, like, but it'd be pork. Koreans eat a lot of fucking kimchi, so jeez, that'll be rough now. That'll be rough. So many fucking red flags, lad. You honestly might have gotten your head around the door had you not brought petrol with you. That's all I'm saying. Moving forward, anybody, if you're going to a marriage agency, leave at home the fucking combustible fucking liquids. Like, another person just go and get drunk. Or, you know, even start a fight. What would you send fire to yourself for? Fuck. Fucking why not? And keeping with Korea, albeit North Korea, because lads, anybody who knows me or knows the podcast knows that I cannot resist a North Korea story. I would have told that story about the man setting fire to himself, no matter where it was. But it just so happened to be fucking down the way from this mad bastard. I fucking love this place. I so want to go there. Oh, it's a fucking video. I won't fuck that. I won't play a video. So essentially, North Korea has asked citizens to turn Matt Damon, like in fucking the Mars one, the Martian, the time he went and started to fucking growing spuds with his own shit. Well, North Korea has asked citizens to use poop for fertilizer amid shortage. I think they've been doing that for years. I read that somewhere before. I think they've been doing that for fucking years. Let's have a fucking gander. I'd be fucking rake ads and everything with this thing. Go it fuck. Do you know, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. All in all, like, everybody's shitting. Now, the thing is, it's going to be a fucking tricky job separating that from anything else that was in the fucking bowl as well. Like, you know what I mean? But it's not, I think it's not a bad idea. Spreading shite. And keeping it classy over here. Russian artist arrested for giant poop snow sculpture. So that's the thing. Russia has some fucking share of mad cunts. Like, it really does. There's no two ways about it. And they do, like, this fucking thing. I'll put it on the fucking video. The video will be up tomorrow. I'll put it on the fucking video. Are you fucking joking, Pete? It's a giant, bad-looking shit with some kind of piss around it. A Russian artist has been arrested for creating a snow sculpture, the form of a giant shite near burial site of St. Petersburg. The feces sculpture was in St. Petersburg Field of Mars. They have a Field of Mars. Now, I'm guessing it's not Mars, but okay. Where graves of those who died in 1917 Russian revolutions are buried. This lad posted pictures of the poop on Instagram, commenting, any particular meaning for the work? He hasn't. Oh my God. Like, this is an actual news network, but if convicted, the artist faces fine or up to 5 years in jail. Like, he totally had a chance there to put in a misspelled fucking word. The artist feces up there. You know what I mean? What's wrong with me? He created up to some 30 snow paintings and sculpture. Snow painting? What the fuck is a snow painting? Or sculptures in recent years, including one honoring doctors treating coronavirus cases. Well, what? Tell us more about the shit, Volkov. You can't just fucking make a big shit. He basically has painted this thing brown. If you know what I mean, I put this up. This will be over on the Patreon page tomorrow. So he's painted a big lump of fucking snow in the shape of an owl. Some dung. No, in fairness, it's about 8 foot long. 10 foot long even. A big fucking dung. And put kind of a pissy fucking colour around it. I don't know what that's about. And no fucking backstory. Oh, it's zooming in and everything for me. Great. That's fucking creepy. So yeah, it's been a shite-filled ending to the show. We know little or no. He won't fucking tell us. It's a 5 meter long sculpture of shite. You see, when you keep people fucking bottled up in what is technically still a bit fucking communisty, like that, they're gonna do some mad shit. Literally, they're gonna do some stupid shit. Anyway, that has been the worldwide fucking Ramble Pod of 151. We'll be going back to normal. They'll be going back to purely for Patreons only next week. But I wanted to just fucking touch base with people, say hello, say this is what's fucking out there for you, because I forget it the whole time to mention it at the top of the regular Buckshot episodes. So just to let you know that this is there every fucking week. There's a rake to go back and listen to of my ramblings from over the past year or so. There's a few, the first 100 or so were open to the public, but the remainder have all been for the gang. Live show, we're going to do it on the 29th. We're going to have a few fucking drinks. I may be fucking wasted drunk. I probably will be after this fucking smell of it, after being off it for a month. April 23rd, tell everybody about it. Everybody come see me in Belfast at the Limelight for my new show, Clattered. Till, Thursday, as you may possibly be listening to this later on this evening, the full video and episode of tomorrow, Friday's episode with Joe Caulfield, comedian Joe Caulfield. I'm very excited. We had a great fucking chat yesterday. Half Tipperary woman. Oh, it was lovely. It was a lovely chat. Full video of that will be up for the Patrons and ad-free. If nothing else, if the ads give you a pain in your pipe, fucking that's a reason enough to go over and become a Patreon. That'll all be up for you tomorrow evening. For the regular folk, this will be out on Friday. Right. Go on away and mind yourself. And I'll talk to you then. Good luck, good blessing, thanks.